để tôm khăn ngạc lại và con phật na dùng lại xiang thâu cho nhaที่เป็นมังลายเสียงถุยนะจะจริงๆได้เลยเอาให้เป็นกิ้งเซมนี่นะกูนี่เป็นไงสุดเนี่ยขังโน้ตองยังไงเจนะไอ้เป่าสร้างมังเป่าตกกระเกนต่ำเจียก็ไงสุดนะโม่แต่จังขังโน้ตเป็นอัตเตอร์โซข้าวเลยกำมังเป่าก็ชี้ไหนนี่นะลาไบเบิลสตาร์ดี้เสียป้านะองค์ละเล่จินที่ตักเตะเกี่ยงเนียนนเลยนะสังป้าสวกิ้งจิเรียนเจนะลาเตโมไอ้ลายเสียงโทนปัวกุเล่ลาเตสมทุมเล่สกีอันนี้ขัดปันในนักเกียรติ Psalm number 37 we're going to look at from verse 1 to 8 so I hope for the younger children might understand more than the Zomi language isn't it so this I'm prepared just for a short maybe it can be short or long but I hope it would not be too long so firstly I want to remind that we all are worried, try to complain to our parents. If there anyone who used to complain to your parents, I don't want your hand up, okay? So why are we so worried or make ourselves trouble? So the Psalm 37 will tell you about how we have been looking after others, copy, try to imitate other people. So I want to just turn to verse 1 and 2. Do not fret when the wicked man seem to succeed. Our worriness, troubleness is not of us, isn't it? But when you look others and you envy, oh, daddy and mommy, you look at these people has a good car, a good building. They have good clothes. So you start to seem to be worried. And that worry makes you trouble within your life and within your family also. That's why the Bible says, do not fret when a wicked man seems to succeed. When you look at other people who have been achieved in their life, never, ever depend upon others. God wants us to look upon Him no matter whatever circumstances that we go through, no problems. We may not have such things in our life. But God said, do not look others. In the Bible, wicked are also say foolish. And the foolish are the one who does not fear God, isn't it? If you don't fear God, you are foolish. If you don't fear God, you are wicked. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So if you are not afraid of God, you are foolish. You are wicked. So this in this verse talk about do not depend on others. Do not look others. And the next stage they say here, do not, verse, okay, can you go back? Verse 1. They do not envy evildoers. So I think envy is one of the greatest sins, isn't it? We might not think of that, because other people has better things compared to your life. Maybe their parents, sometimes husband and wife. I think if I speak in Zomi, kat veve inun tang na nu pa kikala piat na ompen. Tua te pa anu tua chilong mo apau tua chilong mo nang tak chang bang chinayam. Tua ben mi te hazan nai. Mate. Do not envy other parents. I used to say to my children, if you want to be free, not from our control, go and stay with somebody's house, when you want to, the person you want to stay. We don't mind. So today, like husband and wife, if you're not happy with your wife, maybe you get another wife and God will punish you, or get another husband. Or children, okay, children, if you are not happy with your parents, I think God say it is sin against God. It is too dangerous. The consequence is too dangerous and fearful. So that's why the psalmist say, we create the problem within us, isn't it? Because we look others. The problem does not come, or evil workers, or Satan does not come with very fearful, or he does not treat us. evil things come very smoothly, very nice and perfect, you know. That's why we are easy to be tempted. It's not hard at all. So that's why children never look others. God wants us to look always upon Him. In Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 speak about the finisher of our faith. He wants us to look on Jesus Christ. So if we look at verse 2, what it say here? If you look others, do not create trouble, okay? Do not envy others. If you envy others, if you create troubles, the Bible says they shall, for they will quickly dry up like grass. The wicked does not last long, isn't it? The wicked people does not last long. It can be just gone one day. It gives us to compare with the glass or the flower. Some flowers are very nice. I don't know if it's real or not, you know. I think it seems look like real. Yeah. The real flower sometimes does not last long, isn't it? Morning is bloom, evening is gone, isn't it? So like if you envy others, if you look others, the Bible said they will be like the glass. Look green, but in a few days they will gone. So God does not want us to depend on others. He wants us to depend on Him always. No matter, any causes might come. He say, you have to stand, you have to be strong and hold fast in your faith. So verse 2 talk about, it says, weather away, it says, and weather away like the plants. So the plants, the flowers, the glass look nice, good smell, but they don't last. So the Bible also gives a comparison between these two, glass, flower, and our life, isn't it? Our life are very short. It's not long. So we have here khawm, will be zcccolumbus. They seem they are the oldest, but they look like very young, very active. Still then, the Bible says is a limit under 70, isn't it? It is cursed by God. So this our life are very short. So if we don't trust God, it can be just come this morning and just gone. Like the cloud, you know, we see the cloud, and just if you look at straight about 5 or 10 minutes, just disappear. It's gone. So that's why the Bible says, if you envy or make yourself trouble, looking others, they will be just gone in a few seconds or a few days. And verse 3 say here, the Lord is, verse 3, yes, trust in the Lord. One of our most failure in the Christian life, you know, tapiro nun tang na ikhel mama pen maham. En pasien muang mama. We trust God, isn't it? Pasien muang ke chile pen he nuam phelive. But the problem is we forget the next sentence. Trust in the Lord and do what is right. We fail to do what is right, isn't it? Ahoy te sem nuam lo. Topan mon chitaka muang ina ahoy sem nuam lo teve tampi tang mo. So our children, God wants us to trust God and your parents. And the next step is what you are going to do is to do good. To do good. So you have to think yourself, how many times did you do things to your parents about that make you satisfy yourself, isn't it? Not to please your parents, but being thankful for what you do to your parents. How many times did you do in a day? So the Bible says He wants us to trust Him, and He wants us also to do good. So now it's about almost 3. So I hope we wake up about 7 or 9. So from 9 to 3 or 9 to 12 or 9 to 1, how many times do we do something good to our parents, to others? You have to think, you have to examine always so that you can keep doing. If you are not thinking or examining yourself, I think you'll be behind all the time and then end up doing nothing the whole day, isn't it? So the Bible says, trust in the Lord and do good. And what does it say here? Then also say, settle in the land and maintain your integrity. Nulepa, mate, pasien muang mahang. Tole na hoy isem hiam. pasien muang ano iseble na ten na le tanga nuam na sa di hi chi mo kai America iteng pia jong pasien muang lo no isep kele again thai ding te hiang e you might live in the land of the promised land but never trust never do good things you suffer the whole day and the whole life the rest of your life today we have to think like younger generation God brought you here if you don't trust God or if you are not deciding or making any determination for your whole life to do good things, you never enjoy being in the land of the promise. While there was a loss of advantage, opportunity, you will definitely will suffer. Children, never forget, okay? If you don't trust God, you might say, oh, I trust God, And if you trust God, then what to do? To do good. And you will definitely, absolutely enjoy your life in United States. If you are not, you will suffer. You'll be like the wicked people. You'll be like the one who does not fear God. You'll be like the one who does not care about anything. And then you'll be called a foolish or wicked. You will suffer. This is what the Bible says. I'm not saying, okay? The inuntang na lungai ki dihang pasien muang tuai le na ho isep le iten na le tanga ei pau le an hing kham ding hiang mate toi chen pasien muan na bi ki ching lo na ho isep ding mo and next verse 4 then you will take delight in the Lord in my Bible say delight also in the Lord okay delight mate children, as you enjoy or delight yourself in the Lord, I just saw it now in a few moment times, there will be praise and worship. Some children will come up, just jumping, clapping, singing, praising God. As you really delight in the Lord, or just try to fulfill and appear to be in the church. I think God does not require, The book of Isaiah talk about chapter 1. I don't ask you these thousands of sacrifice. What I want you is leave your offering and sacrifice and just reason together, talk together. What is the problem? What is the reason that you brought this offering, the altar to God? He wants us to bring. Pasien ni lunggul Isaiah sunga. Tul tampi biakpiakna ti ada hikei ngo nalung sim sunga na puang. Mate na hamsa na banghiam tua tenu sian la ong pain kikum ni che do jang tua kikum lang pasien namo na pen si banga asan pen vuk bangina ko ngo sak ding ni God say come together and talk together being come to the Lord you have to be delight ai pa wa mang pa chi dem excite ke chi si bang ling ke chi dan amang pa excite chi lob lo chi nai ve anh bị excite chỉ tắc chỉ kẹt rồi mất rồi, amang pa excite chỉ nào là lốp luôn, tôi đang passion mà ấy phải tắc delight. Before you come to the church, are you really delight, being so happy for yourself? Oh, Daddy, you go fast, I will follow you after. Or did you say very often? I think that might not be, the real thing that God wants you to ask. So verse 4 talk about delight in the Lord. And then what it says, and He will answer your prayer. To get the answer of our prayer, to get the answers of our desire, you have to delight in God. If not, God will not answer. Mi kia hu na nghe ni na, pai pong le ngai ve ong piak leng piak ve an chin, ong piak le la phu bok. Isi mo leng pelo ri la lai ve, mate. E pai ni nge lop taka pai le yang ama jang nom thelo ri nge. Tua ma pasien mai phai zon takte lop niat. Lop niat ding toile pasien nalung sim suan nalunggulhna te ong pe ding hi che. In my Bible I say again in my Bible. And it say here, delight thyself also in the Lord, and He shall give thee the desire of your heart. Hila mo na pen answer your prayer che. The desire of your heart. You have something in your heart, but never say to others, isn't it? You have some things, secret, but God knows if you delight in the Lord, Inun tang na mi kya nga ipulang ngam lo igen ngam lo ilung ipuak pen pasien in na theve. To pasien ong don na dinga pasien sungan nok isang yan nakle pasien alu lo to pen piding da na. If you really enjoy being in the Lord or with other people, praising God, isn't it? The Lord will give you the desire of your heart. We have, at least one or two desires, Maybe you might have more than 2 or 3. I used to ask whenever I met younger children, what you want to become when you grow up? They have a desire. Some people, medical doctors, engineer, shocker, whatever, isn't it? That is the desire. So I think that our parents also need to remind, nule pati yung tate song ipok sakit. To nalung simsuan na puwak pen na tangatun sang na bla pasien mai pa zo nchiliang pasien ilunggulhna teng pidi. So you have to say, if you have something desire in your life, in your heart, you have to delight in God, isn't it? We have said in verse James chapter 1:22, and then in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 7 it says here, Proverbs chapter 16 verse 7. When a man will please God, he make his enemies to be peace with him. Mi te na pasien mai pa amu tak chiang in che. Pasien alung kim sak te, pasien tua mi pa ben agal pa to ngeng chen yi bor sa ki chimo. Kilem sa ki chimo kai. If you want to be peace with others, in school you might not have a good friend. Maybe you might have sometime quarrel with others, not fight, not happy with others. You cannot you cannot stay together. You cannot play together. You cannot eat together. You hate him. But you want to be with, good to others as much as you can. So the Bible says if you want to be peace with others, it says in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 7, when a man please God, God make him peace with his enemies. So first, to be peace with others, you have to please God. And God will take the responsibility, the consequences, I think is God's response, isn't it? And your duty is to make peace with God. And next, verse 5, commit your future to the Lord. So, and say, commit thy way to the Lord and trust in Him. Sometimes we commit some things to our friends or our parents, but we don't trust. Khat we ele khat ki muang chipong ina lo mong muang inge chin atata muang lu we tan ta ya se ne ke mate. Pasien tua tan ta say unwavering faith, God does not want us. God say commit thy way unto the Lord, and then you have to trust Him. Today we have a great desire for the future. Okay, Lord, I commit this, my plan for the future. It's okay. Did you really trust God for everything? Nula paten yung pasien ki muang mama na pina. Ato pang muang yung ayang zo tak lo. Mate. Idam lo bang chiang pasien chi sama arang tang kitai zo the mo. Itua tak chiang ba isam lo bai. Ang pasien bang tuak taleng muang chi taka muang ding. Example po, Is te kho nong muan teu tau ho an wo me wo mate pa pi te. Is te ong muang ke muak le ki muang lo zong bai lo hi, If you don't trust anyone, it's not easy, You must always worry about the next or the thing that you ask Him to look after. So that's what the Bible says you have to commit for whatever things you have. And also it's in the book of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your understanding. So children, God wants us to trust, not to depend on your knowledge. You might say, oh, Daddy, Mommy, I know more than you, I think that's not what God wants you to be. God wants you to trust Him, not to depend on your understanding. You might know sometimes more than your parents. You might know sometimes more than others. But forget about. Trust the Lord. Do not depend on your understanding. Do not lay on these worldly things. They are like the glass, Morning look nice, evening is gone. So if you fail to trust God, never forget, you will always be worried. Pasien imuan la le, aton tu walung ham di hisiaw le. Pasien nimuan nak le bang piang tale, understanding tel siam ding mo. Pasien imuan ke nak le bel, as long as we live, inun tak tan akilung ham di hisiaw. So children, now you have been having great advantage and privilege being over here in the United States. If you don't trust God, you will never find satisfaction in your life. The Bible speak about in John chapter 15. It says, Jesus, I am the vine, you are the branches. Without me, you can't do nothing, isn't it? Without me. So sometimes we thought we can do it. The branch does not work out, isn't it? The branch has to be abided by the vine. And Jesus said, my Father is the husbandman, the garden keeper. So if you are not bearing fruit, he will cut you and make you burn. So children, if you are not achieving or being success in your life, trusting God and doing good, I think God might judge you in your life. The judgment might not be something like others. You suffer, but you never satisfy the whole of your life. That's why we have to trust the Lord, and say He will act on your behalf. So sometimes we need someone to do for us on behalf of, isn't it? In Burmese, it's not a good saying. Tu mia le ne ngui phande sura bamalu ra mkong bu bo no. Na tu mia le ne ngui phande sura. But you say, God say, if you trust God and do good, the Lord will do on behalf of you, isn't it? What a privilege being the children of God. You need not to worry. If you trust God, God will definitely provide what you need. He will do. You need not to do for your whole life. Just trust and do good. And the next verse 6, and He will vindicate you in a broad daylight and publicly defend your judge cause. So in verse 6 they say, and He shall bring forth the righteousness as the light. So light is something like happiness, and darkness is being sorrow, death, or whatever. So God said, if you trust, do good. You'll be like the light, as the Bible says, you are the light of the world. You will not be ashamed of who you are. You will not be ashamed of what you are. God will promote you. But if you don't trust and don't do good, you'll be ashamed of who you are and what you are, being in here in the state. So what it say here, and also say here, verse 6, and the judgment as the noonday. The judgment as the noonday. So if we do something good, na hoy kat isep na le kiswan nam lo pi mate. Isep lo mana kiswang heviang. To ji hilai mana pasien mo na hoy isep le khowak bang nuam ma ding. Isep ke le kho jing bang pai na khem kiswan na to kidim de. If you don't do good, you'll be ashamed of yourself. Even in public, I don't want to be there in public among with my friends. Think again, because you are not trusting God. You are not doing any good things to yourself, to others. But if you trust God and do good things, I think you'll be so excited. I think we all are in school, sooner or later. So if you get very well done in your lessons, I think you'll be very light, isn't it? Enjoy to be appeal to others. But if you're not, you'll be so heavy in your personal life. And then next verse 7, we just go quickly. Verse 7, and rest in the Lord and wait patiently. Children, the Bible says, wait on the Lord Jesus Christ. So I was thinking, in this my personal understanding or interpretation. In Myanmar, if you go to the restroom, we say toilet, isn't it? So toilet is, I think, not give the real meaning of being the toilet. But restroom means when you want to go for toilet, you feel yourself very heavy, isn't it? You feel very heavy. But when everything is gone, it's like very light, You enjoy yourself. So the Bible says in Matthew chapter 8, verse 28, what it say about, come unto me, those who are labor and heavy laden. Isn't it? I will give you rest. One gig, give me one gig. On a pine open, a gig pen, kata katuata. More tonel and put up in Kilombo. A mama gig, and if I hit Changzang, look, is a killing among no even muttered. What I'm a ilum sim so van gig in a pen, me don't take below, I keep walk what animal. Patient to the heavy ladens. He wants us to be free from that burdens. If you are doing something wrong, children, I believe you'll not enjoy being in the home also. You'll be afraid of your parents because you know you do something wrong. But if they know and say nothing, or it's okay, my son. No? What a great privilege. Enjoy. It's so light. So that's why, through this verse 1 to 8, speak about trust the Lord, do good. And then we just, next, the last one, verse 8, do not be angry. So we always, I think there's no one in the world who never angry, isn't it? We're always angry. I think God also allows us to be angry. In my Bible says, cease from angry. Cease from angry. He na pan tai sa din calling chi mo kai. He lo ding chi lo mo. He ding. And then forsake wrath. And he say forsake frustrated. Being angry, disappointment, distress. He na thang pai na te nusia in. Top san bek tham lo nusia ding da ni ve mate. It's not something that you see or you stop, but it's a abandon. Never look back. We know the life of the wife of Lot. He looked back the worldly pleasure and became the solar of the pillar. So today, we should be very careful about ourselves. And it says here, next it said, that fret not, that only leads to trouble. Fret not. In my Bible, it says here, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Never motivate yourself to do evil, isn't it? Never excited to do evil. You have to abandon, you have to forsake. So verse 1 to 8 speak about, do not be troubled yourself because of others. Trust the Lord and do good. In James chapter 4, verse 7, submit yourself, therefore, to God and resist the devil. He will flee from you. PICIN thungetkhop lechin. If you trust God and resist the devil, he will flee from you. He will not cause you to be in trouble. So, dear brothers and sisters, do not be afraid of others. Trust the Lord and do good. Delight yourself in the Lord. He will meet the desire of your heart. May God bless you. Thank you.